And so is Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Expendables 2. I can't wait to see that. In the 80s and 90s, nobody kicked as much ass and coined as many catchphrases as he did. And now that he's coming back to do a little more acting, I think it's an appropriate time to look at some NES games based on his movies. NES, a console so influential in the side-scrolling action genre. Now pair that with one of the biggest action movie stars, and you have a match made in heaven. How could you go wrong? I don't know. Take this game for example, Total Recall. I remember my first time playing it as a kid. It was a Friday night, my homework was all done, my mom took me to the video store, I read this game, I took it home, man, I played it, and it just fucking pissed me off and ruined my whole goddamn weekend!
Total Recall. Total fucking shit. The concept is quite simple. You're Arnold trying to make your way to the end of the stage while defending yourself with this short little stubby punch. That's all you get. I do like how everybody you punch flies off the screen. You know what I hate? You'll be running past an alleyway and some random asshead pulls you in. Now you gotta fight these bastards half your height that moon jump all over the place. Get back here, you fucknut! Then there's this part with these mysterious holes with things coming out.
Now I know what we're all thinking of. Glory holes, alright?
You go into your apartment where you fight your wife. Yeah, remember that scene in the movie with Sharon Stone? Man, that was some domestic violence right there. You get the gun and finish her off with bullets, which seem to take no more damage than your fists. Next, this jackass starts shooting an infinite stream of bullets that force you to stay down. Also, he seems immune to gunfire. That doesn't help the situation. Great, I like what they did here. Good one. Well, I found out he can't die. You're supposed to run for the door. If you can gun down your wife fast enough, you can potentially do it before this cockface shows up.
Come to think of it, I just realized you're playing an NES game where you shoot your wife. I can see that going over well with the parents. Hey son, what are you playing? I'm playing Nintendo. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I just shot my wife.
You know what? This X-ray stage is awesome. And I do appreciate how they've tried to follow the movie. With a cerebral plot like Total Recall, that's not such an easy adaptation to make.
There's so many scenes from that movie that left an impression on me since I was a kid. It was one of the first R-rated movies I've ever seen. I remember the alien with the 3 tits and the guy coming out of the stomach and the eyeballs popping out on the surface of Mars and Arnold trying to rip that tracking device out through his nose. If you're expecting to see any of that in the game, then you're just out of your mind.
Why are there balls and chains falling in the alleys? Why are you beating up on homeless people? Why are the dogs hanging on me like a turd stuck to a poodle's ass? Get it off! The best part in the game is when you go into a movie theater and watch the movie that the game is based on. It's just a credit crawl for all the game designers to laugh in your face. I miss Fred Fox. Wouldn't that be a better game if you just go into a theater and watch the movie instead? I've already talked about the Terminator games, and they suffered the same fate. The first Terminator had some of the worst controls in existence. The only way to fire the gun is to crouch into this gun mode, and jumping around requires extreme accuracy. The second game was a monotonous button masher, where enemies take 1,000 punches, and there were platforms you can't jump on, like some kind of prank.
I'm still holding out for that awesome 8-bit Schwarzenegger game. Next I'm going to try Last Action Hero, because they can't all be bad, right?
It uses cutscenes with images taken from the movie, but they look like garbage. The contrast is so intense you can't even tell what you're looking at. What is this, a dead fish? A porcupine's back? Oh, it's the top of some guy's head. Damn, it looks like the NES just vomited all over your TV screen. How does it look this bad? I know this is only 8-bit, but I've seen much better. Even with Total Recall, Arnold's face on the title screen actually looks like him. Hell, even the E.T. game on Atari 2600 actually looks like E.T. On the title screen at least, but God, I can't talk about that game. Anyway, back to Last Action Hero. The in-game graphics are even worse. Who is that? Is that supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger? It looks nothing like him. It looked way better in Total Recall. Not a perfect resemblance, but for 8-bit, it's a hell of a lot better than this shit. I wish I could say more about the gameplay, but there's nothing to say. You run around and beat people up. That's it. There's nothing wrong with simplicity if it's done well, but this ain't no Double Dragon. This is bottom of the barrel, button mashing trash. The hit detection is lousy and there's zero strategy. When you come up to an enemy, you just have to tap buttons and pray for the best. It's almost impossible to kill someone without taking some damage yourself. And if you don't move fast enough, another enemy respawns in its place immediately. So you have to keep moving. Don't even stop. It's better to run through somebody and take a hit, rather than put up a fight and take several hits. Look at these guys. They keep coming. Whoever programmed this game, you can go eat a bowl of fuck. I think it was made by the Assholians from the planet Ass. You know what else I hate? When you pause the game, the music doesn't stop. Seems trivial, but that's really a pet peeve of mine. I'm really starting to appreciate the Total Recall game. At least it had more variety. Sure, the stages look different, and it's nice that they all come from the movie and not from some lunatic's imagination. They even included the Hamlet dream scene. But that's not real variety. It's just a change in the look and design and not in the way the game is actually played. End of story. Last Action Hero sucks a dick.
Ugh, this is not going well at all. We gotta find a good Schwarzenegger game, or else this is gonna be a great stain on the pages of gaming history. Conan, or Conan, whichever you prefer. This one, I don't know how they could fuck up.
Oh, that's how. Make it look like shit and give it the most inexcusably god-awful controls that gaming technology could allow. I can't even explain how broken the controls feel. All I can say is, it's bad, as in Dark Castle bad. You don't have any idea. You're looking at it, but you haven't experienced it unless you pick up a controller yourself. Trust me, you don't want to. This will make you so angry you're gonna want to punch a Siberian tiger in the fucking balls! Wanna know the basics? Check this out. A and B both attack. That's fine, but to jump, you press up. That's pretty shitty already, but that's not all. What do you think happens when you press down? Take a guess. You think duck? No, it jumps.
You press down to jump. Whoever came up with that idea is a real cocksucker. Sucks cock.
Who presses down to jump? Down should be for ducking, and this is not an ordinary jump either. It's a forward jump. Anyone with common sense would do this by pressing up and right, but not in this game. You can't even attack while you're in midair. To pick up a weapon, you have to press down and A, but you can't press them both at the same time. You have to hit A slightly before you press down, or else down makes you jump forward. I can't help but press down by accident because of my natural instincts. It wouldn't be so bad if down didn't make you jump away from the weapon, which is the complete opposite of what you're trying to do. The hit detection is even worse than Last Action Hero. It only hits if they're as close to you as possible. You don't get much range when you're trying to stab the skeletons in the dick with the sword. It's